We're going to take a look now at how to reduce the file size of an STL file and also how to reduce the triangle count of the mesh of an STL file. Now, why would you need to do those things? You may have noticed when you try to import your lithophane that you created in FlashPrint that you've run into errors. For instance, if I choose import and I try to upload my file, one of the errors I can get is this file too large error. Tinkercad limits imported files to 25 megabytes. If I go back and look at that file, I see that it's 37 megabytes. So somehow I need to decrease the file size of that file. Now another error that you might run into, import, I'll choose this file. This one says that the shapes mesh is too complex. Tinkercad meshes are limited to 300,000 triangles. Try simplifying the mesh before re-importing it. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but how do you do such a thing? Fortunately, there's a free program called Meshlab that you can download from meshlab.net. Right, here's this download button here, and it's available for a variety of operating systems: Windows, Mac, Linux, and so forth. Okay, so what we would do with Meshlab, this is what it looks like when you open it up. We'll click on either the folder icon to import a mesh, or you can choose File, Import Mesh. And if we find our file that was too big, choose Open, okay. You can use these rings to rotate your model, so you can take a closer look at it. And for demonstration purposes, I'm going to click this icon up here that will show wireframe. And it looks like it made the file completely black. And that's because if I zoom in and zoom in and zoom in and zoom in and rotate around, you can see that the STL file is made up of a bunch of triangles. So that's where the limit for Tinkercad came from. They were saying that their limit is 300,000 triangles. So you might be wondering how such a small model as this has more than 300,000 triangles. Well, it's because there's way too many than what we need. You can see this area here that's essentially flat. Get some minor texture on it, but it's made up of all sorts of triangles. So we could definitely improve that. So if you choose Filters, Remesh, and Simplification, and then go down to Simplification, Quadratic Edge, Collapse Decimation. Sounds scary. So we have two options here. We can reduce as a percentage, or we can reduce the target number of faces. Those are those triangles. So you can see now it's almost 370 triangles. So a good number to start with is 100,000. So we'll choose that, click Apply, and when it's done, you get a little message down here. Okay, and click Close. Now, you can't really tell from just looking at it that there's any change, but when we click on the wireframe, you can see that there are a lot fewer triangles. But again, still plenty for our purposes. I mean, the resolution of the 3D printers that we're using is nowhere near enough to to capture the detail that was in the original file. So it's fine to reduce it. Now that we've done that, we'll choose File, Export Mesh As. Make sure to choose STL file format here. And I'm just going to call this Meshlab so we can look at the difference. Save. Those defaults are okay. All right, so we've saved that file. Now if I look at the file in the preview, you can see it looks the same, but the file size is now 5 megabytes. So we went from 37 megabytes to 5 megabytes. And we know, so 5 megabytes we know for sure will upload to Tinkercad because the limit was 25 megabytes, and we know that it has less than 300,000 triangles because we just changed that number to 100,000. So if I click Import, choose File, choose the file that I just reduced. See, no error messages. Click Import. Even with those changes, the file size is still fairly large, so it may take a few minutes to upload. All right, there we are. There it is. Now, we can go back to the dashboard and then click in the middle of the image to bring up this screen. We want to next add a couple photos. Click Add Image. Actually, before I do that, we need to make sure that the file is public. So I choose Properties, change it to Public, save. Okay, then click in the middle again. Now I can click Add Image, choose File, and I have a photograph that was the original photograph that I took with my smartphone, not copied from the internet or anyplace else. But this is the photo that I imported into FlashPrint and converted into a lithophane. So I will upload that photo. And I'm going to click Add Image again, choose File, and so that's the printed lithophane without being backlit. I'll upload that one. And once more, this is the lithophane when it's backlit. So you can see the stark difference. Having that direct backlight really makes a big difference. Okay. So with 3D prints, having the STL file as the main image is not very helpful because it looks, perfect, right? It's a virtual file. It's more useful to actually have as your cover image, if you will, the actual print that you did. So you can choose any of these photos actually, and over here on the left you can click Set as Default Image, and OK, and close. And so now you'll see that the print is actually the default image for my design.